Denny Hamlin just dropped a bombshell. The owner of 23XI Racing, one of NASCAR's most talked about teams, has stepped up to the mic, not to celebrate a win, but to brace us for a fall. His team is out of the charter system, out of guaranteed races, out of the future as we know it. December 1st, Hamlin says again and again. That's when it all comes out. That's when you'll understand. But fans aren't waiting. The disaster has already started. 23XI Racing, co-owned by Hamlin and NBA legend Michael Jordan, is on life support. After refusing to sign NASCAR's charter extension deal, the team lost its guaranteed spot in the Cup Series. That means no more locked-in races, no more guaranteed TV time, no more guaranteed money. They're now racing as open entries, and in the high-stakes, high-dollar world of NASCAR, that might as well be racing on a tightrope, blindfolded. Let me explain. Since 2016, NASCAR has operated with a charter system. Think of it like a golden ticket. 36 teams get them, and those teams are guaranteed a spot in every Cup Series race. They don't have to worry about qualifying. They get a steady share of the prize money. And more importantly, sponsors know their cars will be on screen. But 23XI? They said no. They refused to sign NASCAR's new charter deal. So did Front Row Motorsports. Two teams, standing alone against the most powerful body in stock car racing. Now they're paying the price. And the timing couldn't be worse. At the time of the court's ruling, there were 16 races left. That's 16 chances to miss the field, 16 battles to survive, no guarantees, no safety net. Hamlin and Front Row took NASCAR to court, claiming the system itself is broken. They say NASCAR's control over the charters is unfair, maybe even illegal. According to them, it violates antitrust laws, rules meant to stop big companies from crushing the competition. But the judge? He said no. Judge Kenneth Bell denied their request for a temporary restraining order. That means no charters during the court battle. That means 23XI is on their own. 6 cars, no guarantees, and a court case that could drag on until the end of the season. Now picture this. Every weekend, 6 drivers and their crews show up not knowing if they'll even race. If they miss the cut, they lose money. Sponsors get cold feet. Crew members start looking elsewhere. That kind of pressure, it cracks even the strongest foundations. This isn't just about a race team. It's about over 100 people whose jobs, paychecks, and futures are riding on a gamble. And Denny Hamlin? He's caught in the middle. He's still racing for Joe Gibbs Racing, still chasing wins, still carrying the hopes of a championship run. But at the same time, he's also trying to keep 23XI afloat, balancing driver duties with team ownership, fighting a legal war while climbing into a race car every weekend. And somehow, he stays cool. When I strap in, I'm 100% committed, Hamlin says. I've got a lot going on, but nothing else matters when I get in that car. That's the mindset of a champion, but even champions bleed. At Dover, 23XI and Front Row showed up with 6 cars as open teams. Every lap, every pit stop, every moment was a test. Because one bad weekend could turn into a disaster for their entire operation. Imagine spending $20 million to run a season, only to be told, you might not make the race this weekend. That's not just risky, that's chaos. And the worst part? Sponsors are watching. These companies don't just throw money at logos. They want exposure, TV time, headlines. If your car isn't on the track, their brand disappears. And that means they disappear too, from your balance sheet. Without a charter, purse money isn't guaranteed either. NASCAR dishes out millions per race, but the big slices, they go to charter teams. Open teams get the scraps, if they even qualify. So yes, this is a financial nightmare, but it's also personal. Hamlin isn't just racing for trophies anymore. He's racing to prove a point, to save a team, to take on a system he believes is broken. And with December 1st looming, he's warning everyone, this storm is just getting started. Let's talk about what happens when a team goes to war with NASCAR, because that's what this is now. Hamlin isn't just making statements. He's launched a full-blown legal battle. And what's at stake isn't just his team's future. It might be NASCAR's very foundation. He's accusing them of monopoly-style control, a system built to keep teams locked in, a structure that only benefits those who play by NASCAR's rules, no matter how unfair they seem. And the court is listening, carefully. Judge Bell left one door slightly cracked. If things get worse, if drivers leave, if sponsors vanish, if the team begins to collapse, he might step in. But how long can 2311 survive the slow bleed? There are whispers that sponsors are nervous. Some are looking for exit clauses. Some are asking questions NASCAR doesn't want to answer. Because once you're no longer guaranteed to appear on national TV 36 weekends a year, you're no longer a good bet. And in NASCAR, money follows confidence. It's not just about the cars, it's about the entire operation. Crew members, pit crews, engineers, team shops, travel staff, drivers. What happens when uncertainty becomes the new normal? Do you really want your future riding on one fast lap in qualifying every Saturday? Let me put it simply. If 2311 Racing misses just one race, it could create a chain reaction. Sponsors drop, drivers start planning their exit, and the crew members? They don't have time for loyalty when their mortgages are on the line. Hamlin knows this, and yet he hasn't backed down. He keeps repeating that phrase, "Come December 1st, you'll understand everything." What's he hiding? What bomb is he waiting to drop? Some believe it could be the release of internal emails, documents, proof of how NASCAR enforces control over team decisions. Others say it might expose deals behind closed doors, how certain teams get special treatment. Whatever it is, Hamlin thinks it'll shake the sport. And honestly, it just might. Because if 2311 collapses under this pressure, NASCAR loses more than a team. They lose the credibility of their own system. They lose trust with fans. They lose the vision of growing the sport with diverse owners like Michael Jordan, and that could haunt them for years. So here we are. Denny Hamlin is still racing, still smiling for cameras, still showing up. But behind the scenes, he's preparing for war. December 1st. It's not just a date, it's a deadline. And NASCAR better be ready. The implications of this war run far deeper than just the future of one team. If 2311 Racing survives this brutal season without a charter and still makes an impact, it could inspire other teams to challenge NASCAR's system. But if they fall apart, it sets a dangerous precedent, one that warns every other owner to stay in line or face extinction. Hamlin's stand isn't just brave, it's a call to arms. It signals that the power struggle in NASCAR isn't about money alone, it's about fairness, future growth, and whether the sport can adapt without eating its own. The charter system was built to bring structure, but now it looks like a weapon. And the court's eventual decision? It won't just decide who gets to race, it might decide who controls racing itself. A win for Hamlin could shake NASCAR's legal foundation, opening the floodgates for more teams to fight back. A loss could bury innovation and independence under red tape. Either way, fans will remember this battle, because it's not just legal drama, it's the soul of NASCAR on the line. So as we wait for December 1st, the silence is deafening. And somewhere behind it all, Hamlin is preparing his final move. Will it be checkmate, or just another caution flag in a game that's rigged from the start? Now tell me, who do you think is in the right? Is Hamlin a hero fighting a broken system, or did 2311 bite off more than they could chew? Drop your thoughts below, because this story, it's far from over.